I'd just like to start today's video off making one thing clear. This is my actual review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yes, don't worry, this is not an April Fool's Day prank. No, this time it's legit. This time it is my true review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So, anyways, yeah, I saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in the cinema today. And what do I think? It is a really good movie. I think the cinematography is pretty good. There's this one kind of horror themed scene, and it's shot actually really well. I think it's shot like an actual horror movie, so it's really good. The pace in this movie is pretty good. Now, something worth knowing is that this movie is a bit longer than the first movie. Like, the first movie was like an hour and 40 minutes long, but this movie is like 2 hours, 2 minutes long. So, yeah, they'll definitely feel a bit different, but, yeah, it can kind of drag out a little bit, but not really by too much. The sound and music in this movie isn't too bad. One thing I will say is that they do play Uptown Funk at one point, and yeah, that scene I wasn't a too huge fan of. Come on, I mean, we already played that song in Alvin and the Chipmunks The Road Trip. You don't need to play it again in another cartoon movie where it's like a cartoon character, or in this case, a video game character in the real world. It's not too big of a flaw. It doesn't like hurt the movie or anything. I'm just saying. Other than that though, the soundtrack in this movie is pretty alright. They do play that song at one point. That scene was pretty good though. Editing is pretty good. I think Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles do honestly have really good designs. They definitely really fit in well with live action and stuff, and yeah, this one has some great visuals. As the characters, well, I think Sonic is still really good in this movie. Definitely nails Sonic's character. We've also got Tails and Knuckles in this movie, and I think they're pretty good too. Like the movie definitely nailed those two as well. As for the human characters, I think the human characters are alright. I think they're okay. Some of them don't really appear as much in this movie as it did in the first, but I personally don't mind that. Actually, I'm kind of glad that the most of this movie was focused on Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Like that, I kind of like that. Really like that actually. Not these two characters are bad or anything. It's just I kind of like that for this movie. It's actually Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are the main focus. And Dr. Ivan Robotnik is great, and yeah, Jim Carrey still does a great job portraying him. You know, in the third movie, I really hope that Jim Carrey does put on a fat suit to truly become the character from the video games. The plot is really good, and this he does have honestly a pretty interesting story and stuff, and yeah. Well, not to mention, there's also an after credit scene in this movie, which I won't spoil, but yeah, it'll definitely get some fans quite excited, just like the post credit scene for the first movie did, teasing Tails. The post credit scene for this movie teases another huge character from the video games, which I won't spoil. definitely excites some people out. Narrative structure is really good. I think the story for this movie generally does flow in really well and stuff. So overall, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a really good movie. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And well, you guys may remember in my prank video I did say it was the best movie of all time. Made Eternals look like Moonfall. It doesn't actually, no, Eternals is still such an amazing movie. And Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is not the best movie I've seen this year, because we all know that's the Batman, but that being said though, it's still a really good movie and a definite 8 out of 10. So I'll see you guys next time, and bye.